Hi everyone, I'm here with Dana Hooker, aka Hooks. We're just going to be talking a little bit about footy and where you started playing sport, and we'll just kind of segue into a few other questions. So Hooks, you're our vice captain for the West Coast Eagles female team. How's that role gone so far for you?
It's been good. It's really enjoyable being a fresh new team to the competition with a lot of young and experienced girls. It's been a nice challenge for me being able to try and support them as best as possible with their football growth and development, and through that it's given me some growth and development individually as well. But
Yep.
I'm really enjoying that side of connecting with the girls better, being able to impart some knowledge where I can, help them and just build better connections.
So you're just trying to grow a better version of yourself.
Pretty much. I think that's what you're always trying to do. You're always trying to be be a better person, be a better player, be better in life in general. And I think, with responsibility comes that growth as well. It can come with some challenges, but I love a good challenge, and I'm enjoying this at the moment. I'm enjoying this group, and I love the club. So, yeah.
Oh, perfect. So we'll start from the start. So we got that little snippet of your vice captaincy currently. So let's start from the start. We know you play footy when you were in year 8. You started playing footy. Why did you start playing sport in general? So there might be a few people out there or students that are trying to choose what sport they want to play, and I guess not everyone's going to take a liking to footy. But what did sport bring for you, or why did you choose to play sport?
Well, I started playing sport from a pretty young age. Football obviously came a little bit later, but basketball and athletics were the first two that I started. I was a pretty hyperactive kid, so I think I gave my parents a few headaches early on, and I just was always on the move, always needing to be doing things. So sport gave me that outlet. I was just trying to stay as active as possible and burn off as much energy outside of the classroom at school. And then I think when I found footy in early high school, when I sort of got roped into playing it.
Roped in?
Yeah, well, it was at the time. I was this skinny little runt of a girl. And
you put on some serious size now, haven't you?
What can I say? I'm a lot better than I was back then, so that's saying something. But that, starting playing footy and really that physical competitive side of it, it just sort of ticked a few big boxes for me, and I was getting that a bit with basketball, but there's a whole different dynamic to footy. Obviously the team size is bigger, so you get to know a lot more people within your team, but it's so physical and it's so dynamic, and that suits me, who's just, despite my size, a bit of a competitive beast and like to get in and under and get real physical. So yeah, it's ticked a boxes. It's kept me calm, and I think it's been able to help with my concentration with other things as well. The team aspect, the physical aspect, you name it, it ticks the box.
What was your event when you were playing, or when you were competing in little athletics?
I was the runner, so the 1500s, the 800s, the 400s, all the ones that most people don't like, I liked. I didn't mind the sprinting and the hurdling stuff. The throws probably weren't my strengths. Me picking up a shot put, it probably weighed more than I did. I love the running events and the jumping events, particularly of the longer kind. That helped me.
I always seem to avoid anything longer than 400.
We're like the opposite sort of.
Yeah, exactly. I was more of a short and sweet, get it over and done with. I didn't mind the jumps. I was really good at high jump actually. So
fun fact, I dislocated my hip once doing high jump when I was
You're kidding?
I did. Yeah.
How many injuries have you had?
I've been pretty lucky actually over the years to not have much. That was one that was quite painful. I remember being in a lot of pain. I was in primary school when it happened, and I couldn't walk for a few days, and I wasn't feeling good. And I got up, and I couldn't sit down at the dinner table one night. And Mum goes, "Oh God, I'm sick of you complaining. Like, what's going on? What's wrong? Stand up and pull your pants down." And obviously, just had like the knickers, and I pulled my pants down. She took one look. She went, "Oh my goodness!" And one sort of cheek was up here, and one was
lopsided.
So she was like, "I think we need to get you to a chiropractor.
Sort that out, put it back in place, and off you go again."
Yeah, Trish, she's had some good moments.
Talk to me about Alice. She's your daughter.
Yeah.
Is she pretty much just a smaller version of you as being a child?
She's a ripper. Yeah, she's just started kindy, so she's going on 4 this year. She's got the personality of a An 18-year-old, shall we say?
God help her when she's 18.
God, yeah, no, God help me. Nah, she's good. She brightens my day. She puts everything into perspective. She's helped, I think, with footy. I think having a distraction that when you walk through the door, when you get home and you don't think about footy anymore, that it's just all your energy and all your thoughts are focused on her. It brings a lot of balance to your life, and she's taught me patience.
Bet she has.
Unconditional love. But no, she's a ripper, and I think all you girls enjoy when she comes into the club, and you know
she's definitely warmed up to me. I don't have a very good vibe with kids. I never grew up with them, so
and here you are doing a kids show.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome, everyone. So you had 3 years with Fremantle as your first AFLW club. You won a best and fairest in your first year. How do you go about the next level? You're vice captain here at West Coast, new team. You've won a best and fairest. You know, you've played some decent footy. What's next?
I think, like any player and anyone else, you're just trying to find opportunities to be better out in field and grow your own game. And sure, I've had some good moments, but there's some areas of my game that I'm still working on week in, week out to get better at, and trying to stay focused on the next challenge that's ahead and how we can be better as a team is probably the way I think. And I try not to think too far ahead with anything or think too far back. I just try and stay in the moment with what's happening here. And yeah, I'm just driven by challenging myself to be better. You know, I'm a bit of a beast in the pre-season phase. I reckon that's when my beast comes out a little bit. Like I see that as a real period of being able to work hard and get the most out of my body and improve for the next season. So yeah, I don't know, just driven to be better always and challenge myself and enjoying what comes along the way.
And I think that's a key focus, is enjoying what you do. So,
yeah, I do.
And you know, what better avenue to do that when AFLW is just right here and we're playing it. So we're pretty fortunate, and I think we're all very grateful with the opportunity that we have. So
yeah, absolutely. I think I've been pretty blessed throughout the journey to have not had any real major injuries. You know, past year 6 dislocated hip. Like I've been pretty lucky in my AFLW journey to only have some really minor things along the way. And probably last week, obviously leading into the game, challenged me a little bit in terms of preparation. You know, some post-concussion symptoms and unwell, and then another knock. But it really makes you appreciate the opportunity to get out on field, particularly when it's almost taken away from you that week. And I don't like that. But yeah, it makes you appreciate even more so that just that opportunity to get out in the field and make amends for the week before or to be better again. And yeah.
Well, thanks, Hooks. We appreciate your insight, and hopefully everyone got something out of your story. And thanks for joining us.
No worries, Gibbo. You're good. Chat anytime.